I don't even know where to begin. The SEC just made a huge change. It's going to change the absolute game for crypto investors. But the truth is, most investors won't ever see it, understand it, hear about it from their favorite influencer, because even the influencers don't understand how big of a deal it is. And that is allowing companies to buy up all the crypto. Now, I'm going to talk about this this information that just came out of the SEC, and it's about liquid staking. Okay, liquid staking is a very important thing, and one of the projects I briefly talked about once to my DeFi group, and I think I posted it a couple times about it on X, has already started moving up pretty substantially, and I don't want to talk about it on the channel because pretty soon I want to own 5% of all of the tokens worldwide. I'm not joking when I say you don't have a lot of time left, because staking, restaking, yield farming is going to be gobbled up so fast because of decisions like from the SEC, like I'm going to talk about, that you won't have the tokens, or if you do, they're going to skyrocket in price. And there is something that's happening with this channel that is absolutely unbelievable. I'm not even going to show you, but okay, let me explain something. First off, you want that course on liquid staking? The timer just went on, and the first exclusive pick for that course, where we're going to teach you about a specific project, there's just 3 of them. It's getting released tomorrow or the next day. The timer is on right now, so that link's down below. I was cruising around. There's a company that I'm part of that was founded by the creator of MTV, and he created Nickelodeon, Country Music Channel, a ton of stuff. And I was meeting his friends from the industry. We're talking big media moguls in the industry. They've done stuff that just wouldn't believe. I couldn't believe. And I'm cruising around this Rare Evo show, which, by the way, I got to meet one of the creators, the owners of the show. He's a follower of the channel, and really cool guy. And we're cruising around, and I told him there's this phenomenon. I went to this award show with a bunch of social media creators. I'm not joking. I said, when companies think that they're going to be featured in a course of mine or on the channel, they go tell their friends they buy up the crypto. I'm not going to share the chart because I don't want to share this project. But I ran into one of the original devs of this company, and I told him I was thinking, this was at 11:45 in the afternoon or in the morning yesterday. I said I was thinking about teaching people about this protocol, but there's a couple things that I'm like, I'm a little iffy on, which he agreed. There's something on the back end of the protocol that could be have some issues in the future. And we left. Later that day, you can look at the chart, and within 30 minutes, that price started pumping. I think it went up 25% in the rest of that afternoon. And the people from the company that I'm a part of saw that happen. They'd already heard me talk about it. And they were just like, you can't believe this is a thing. But it is, because this channel is so big and powerful, not because of me, but because of you. I don't want to show her photo, but I got to meet another incredible person that follows this channel. Very high-powered attorney. I don't even want to say the company she was chief legal counsel for, because it would probably give her up. And she's been sharing this channel around, and she's found a lot of success, it sounds like, from ideas that I've said on the channel. Again, this isn't from me. This channel is blessed by God. I'm just a dork that wants to be a billionaire. And here, let me get to the SEC stuff. Sorry, I ramble, but I want to sort of set the tone for how serious this news is, which most people won't think of. Oh man, the AC's on? Stand by. All right, this is out of the SEC. It says, statement on certain liquid assets. Seriously, what in the heck is... Doesn't the AC know I'm live? All right, statement on certain liquid assets, staking assets. It says, this is the division's view on liquid staking activities. It is the division's view that liquid staking activities, quote unquote, that specific, as defined below, in connection with protocol staking, do not involve the offer and sale of securities. What does that mean? It means that these are not shares of stock. You don't own the company, which now opens up anybody, including companies, to purchase them, because they're not going to fall under certain SEC guidelines, restrictions, and their big thumb holding it down. It says here, all the blah, blah, blah stuff. Hold on. It says it's also the division's view that the offer and sale of staking receipt tokens in the manner and under the circumstances described in this statement do not involve the offer and sale of securities within the meaning of Section 2A1 and the Securities Section 3A1. It says here, providers, hold on, let me get this part. Accordingly, liquid staking providers involved in the process of minting, issuing, and redeeming staking request tokens as described in the statement, as well as persons involved in secondary market offers and sales of staking receipt tokens do not need to register those tokens with the commission under the Securities Act. This just opened up a waterfall of opportunities. There are 3 companies that I own parts of that are going to be releasing tokens that have specific utility purposes. These aren't shares. I own a percentage of the company. Dylan owns a percentage of these companies too. And a lot of other successful people own this company, these companies. But they're going to have this utility token. Some of these companies are going public on the stock exchange where anyone can buy the stock, right? I'm not telling anyone to go out and buy these because I don't think anyone should do what I do. But the amount of money that can be made, my companies, these tokens aren't going to be, liquid staking or anything like that. There'll be nodes involved, but those will be set up with specific individuals that are going to uphold the system. But the thing is, not those companies aside, the ones I've been talking about to the DeFi group, and pretty soon I'm going to be releasing specific projects that have to do with liquid staking, normal staking, lockup staking, restaking, and yield farming. These are things that nobody knows about. They don't understand. But you know who does understand? I want to say Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers. I'm like, oh, those guys have been gone for a long time. BlackRock, Blackstone, all kinds of companies that are behind the scenes buying up as much as they can. And they know that I am extremely serious about it too. There's a lot of people that work for those companies watch this channel. You want to know why? Because the truth is, I went to an awards the other night, and I'm not trying to insult people, but there are a lot of people, it's a new, exciting industry. They get, no joke, they're Instagrammers. They get like 100 views on videos, and they're giving each other awards. But the big foundations, the big groups, they watch the channels like on this channel. These things are getting 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 views on these crypto videos. And they've tested what I've talked about, and they're out going and doing it. And I'm trying to show every single person around the world how important this is, and it doesn't seem to be sinking in. Type 1 if you understand the value of being able to get a yield on your investment in crypto. Type 1 if you like, this is a big deal. Because unlike before, during these other dips, we're going to have a crypto dip. Please understand that. Ebbs and flows happen based off of human emotion. But this ebb that happens, that's the right way of saying it, as it goes down, the value go down, but you are still gaining yield upholding that network. I have a friend that bought a lot of Ethereum. It was a lot of money for him. It's a big investment because some crypto guy told him about it. I don't think he's ever seen my channel too. My friend has obviously. He was a firefighter. And he went out and bought, I think it was $10,000 in Ethereum. Well, he bought it at the height of the last run, and it tanked in price, right? I think it went down like 40%. I don't know if you remember, Jay Bravo called that too. And he didn't sell, thank heavens. He didn't sell and take the loss. He held on, but it's just now break even or actually positive as of the last few days. He's had this stuff for like a couple of years, I think. And it blows me away. His name's Kevin. I call him K-Dog. So everyone say hi to K-Dog. And I say, K-Dog, why don't you stake it? You could be earning more yield than you would if you had T-bills. I don't know. You know the reason why? You didn't know how to. This is how big of a deal it is. Well, it's very simple, but it's also not, because if you get a little carried away, you could lose stuff. It still blows me away to this day where people will move $10,000, $20,000, $40,000 without doing a test transaction. Do you realize that every single time I move anything over 100 grand, and it's different for everyone, but even I'll test it 3 times. I'll do two test transactions in the max on the same. It's like drilled into my head. On every single transaction over $100, I'll do a test transaction. But most people don't, and then they go get something locked up. And right now, with the difference between Ethereum and Base, people get really screwed up. But it's because they're not educated. And like I've said before, I've done free videos like the one on Trezor. It's free for everyone. Very little views, just so you know, on how to create a secret wallet inside of a Trezor wallet so that under duress, pressure by scammers, you won't, even if you gave up your private keys, doesn't matter. They couldn't touch it. Nobody watches that stuff. And the students are getting the most out of it because they're putting some hard-earned money behind it. They're actually cracking down and learning this stuff, and they're making lots of money. But hey, what do I know? Just a dude with a bro and a dream. If you want that course on staking, the Crypto Staking Pro, it's a pre-filming discount, but the first exclusive project's being released, I believe, tomorrow by the afternoon. All right. I want to see everybody in and not racing in to watch the price go up, but getting in before it's out on the media. Okay. These are very little known projects. All right. Hopefully you had a great day or you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.